I called my boyfriend the worst person ever in an online test, then cried when I saw him at the ER door. You scored 12% compatibility. He is emotionally unavailable, probably a beta, and the worst person for your Omega heart. That stupid online quiz wasn't supposed to ruin my night or my relationship. But I guess that's the power of algorithms and 3 glasses of boxed wine. I stared at the glowing screen of my phone, curled in a cocoon of faded blankets and self-pity. The results stared back, bold and brutal. Wesley is not your match. Emotionally distant. Poor communication. Low empathy. Consider moving on. I scoffed. Then I sobbed. The truth? Wesley had been distant lately. He wasn't answering texts. He forgot our anniversary. He canceled our date night to stay late at the hospital against some emergency with a patient, he said. Typical beta hero complex. Always saving the world, rarely showing up for me. So, in a haze of loneliness and petty revenge, I posted the result on my private story. My boyfriend flunked the love test. Not even surprised, TBH. I didn't think he'd see it. He never watched my stories, never liked my posts, never said I love you without me saying it first. It hurt, and I let that hurt bleed out online, like a passive-aggressive love letter in Helvetica font. But 3 hours later, everything changed. My phone rang. Unknown number. Hello. The voice on the other end wasn't Wesley's. It was cold, clipped, official. Is this River Monroe? Yes. This is St. Luke's Medical Center. Wesley Callahan has been admitted following a multi-vehicle collision. You're listed as his emergency contact. Everything in the room evaporated: air, gravity, reason. They said he was conscious, barely, that he'd asked for me. I don't remember changing clothes. I don't remember the Uber ride. But I remember the sterile white of the ER hallway and how it felt like judgment. Wesley was there. Blood on his forehead. A bandaged shoulder. Hooked up to IVs like some fragile science experiment. And still, somehow, beautiful. He smiled when he saw me. Or tried to. You came, he whispered. I didn't speak. Couldn't. My throat was rubble. He lifted his hand, wincing. Saw your story. My face crumpled. I didn't mean. I know, he said softly. But it still hurt. 2 weeks earlier, we'd argued over nothing. I'm trying, he said then. But sometimes I don't know what you want. I want you to act like you love me. I spat. Now, watching him hooked to a machine, I realized had always loved me. Just not in the loud, poetic way I expected. He loved me by working grueling shifts so I could quit my barista job and study art full-time. He loved me by memorizing my Starbucks order even when he forgot our anniversary. He loved me by listing me as his emergency contact when he still wasn't sure I'd stay. I sat by his bedside, holding his hand. You're not the worst person, I whispered. I am. He chuckled weakly. You're dramatic. I'm an Omega, I sniffed. It's in the contract. Wesley was discharged 3 days later. I brought him home, cooked, read, microwaved, soup, and built a nest of blankets on the couch. That night, we didn't talk much, just held each other. His heartbeat steadied mine, and mine reminded him he wasn't alone. Eventually, he whispered, River, when you took that quiz, did you really think I don't care? I blinked. No, I just wanted proof I wasn't crazy. He kissed the side of my neck, slow and warm. You're not crazy. You just need more than I've been giving. And I'm sorry. We made love that night, not rushed, not perfect. Just 2 imperfect people trying. It was the first time I didn't cry afterward. Things didn't magically fix overnight. We fought again about laundry, texts left on read, who forgot to defrost the chicken. But we also talked more, touched more, said I love you without prompting. 3 weeks after the accident, Wesley brought home a test. Not a love quiz, a real one, laminated, printed in color. It had 2 questions. Do you still want to move on? Or do you want to move in? I burst out laughing. And then I cried. Again. We moved into a new apartment in the city. Tiny. Drafty. Perfect. I painted, he worked. We argued, we healed. We learned. I learned that love isn't a quiz. It's not a number or percentage or compatibility graph. It's sitting in a hospital room at 3 a.m. hoping he'll open his eyes. It's forgiving a bad day without turning it into a verdict. It's knowing he'd run through traffic to get to you, even after you told the internet he was trash. A year later, I took another test. Not online. This one was handheld, blue-lined, and wrapped in nerves. I showed it to him at breakfast. His spoon clattered to the floor. "Where?" I nodded, breath caught in my chest. His eyes watered. I didn't even know omegas could. They usually can't. But I guess we broke the curve. He laughed through tears, pulling me into his arms. "River Monroe," he whispered. "You are the best mistake I never want to correct." I cried again. As usual. But this time we both did. And that online quiz? I deleted it. Because no algorithm could ever predict how far a beta would go to love his messy, emotional, hormonal omega. Not even close. Thank you for listening. If you find it interesting, please like and subscribe to follow the next stories.